Hello, welcome back to Point to Play Games with some more Whispers of a Machine. The last time we were around, we came and found a ventriloquist robot, which was probably the highlight, though we did make a discovery as to where that mystery woman does live. She lives in 113 on Mimir Road, and after getting the master key from a friendly janitor that just so happened to be in the area, unfortunately basically a lock turned on. So, I mean, at this point, we've gone just about everywhere we can go. We've tried to combine things without any real luck. However, something I was thinking about is we could go back to the Commandant's office. Commissary? Whatever he's called. But we can go back to his office by teleporting halfway across the place. And maybe we can check out and see if there's someone here now. Oh, it's the policeman from earlier. Okay, maybe we'll try talking to him in a minute. But while it's still fresh in my mind, let's see if we can
just
check
lots
out
of case files.
A file or anything like that on who owns or has been in 113.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out.
Okay, can I ask specifically about... There we go.
I'm trying to find out who lives in an apartment at Mimir Road. Any ideas?
We have address records in here. Check the drawers behind me.
Perfect. I'll have a look in a bit.
Perfect. Just for the sake of asking, maybe he'll shine some light on these two interesting individuals. Or at least I remember Dr. Person definitely was.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
And what about Walter?
What do you think of Walter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
Alright, well, that's all we have to ask him.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So now it's just a question of the files.
I guess Anderson has a colleague.
Nope, that's not it. Hold on.
Just lots of case files.
Why am I struggling to...
Looks like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there.
Why am I feeling just really kind of dumb? Where are the files? What does he mean behind him? I see books, drawers, there we go.
The drawer is labeled address records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
Alright, let's look at this specifically.
Katarina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay.
I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook.
Alright, so now we have that as an answer. I don't know if any of the rest matters, but...
As expected, nothing new. I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look her up. Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me. I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look him up.
Okay. Well, anyways, that does answer a question. So now we have Katarina to look into. So I don't know, let's just...
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Let's just start talking about her, maybe. See if there's, anything interesting.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Bad at names. Thank you.
That's
Very
all
helpful.
I needed.
Very well.
Let me try, since he's back, let's give him a shot, whatever his name is, the policeman. the constable. What was it? Gabriel?
Hello again, Constable.
Hello, Agent.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name before.
It's Gabriel Adamson, ma'am.
All right, then. I had
Oh.
some questions, Gabriel.
Sure. I should also let you know that Carl's body has arrived, and our coroner is waiting for you in the morgue.
Oh, that's cool. That works out pretty well.
Noted. I'll go and have a look shortly.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Well, Gabriel, I have many questions, none of which you'll probably be able to answer. However, we're going to ask them anyways.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her.
You wouldn't happen to secretly be a locksmith in your spare time, would you, Gabriel?
What do you know about the murder in the...
I was
Nope,
first.
you already
Sounds
told me about that. Let's try that again.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
All right, that's too bad.
Alright, well, we've confirmed that Anderson doesn't lie about locksmiths. So, Gabriel, tell me about yourself, I guess. Do you have a dating profile? Do you like long walks on the beach?
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordsund, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see.
Alright. Well, I mean, we'll just ask about everyone else.
What do you think of Walter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But...
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks.
Alright, now let's talk about Maya.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordsund do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
And Stina?
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
The
What do you
commissary.
think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
And lastly, hopefully, you can help us by telling me something about Katrina.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
Helpful. Very, very helpful. We'll never find anything out about this
All right,
woman.
I'm off.
Good luck out there.
But what we do know that there is another body for us to look at, so I guess there's that. Now we can maybe learn something about what's his face? Carl. Oh, look, it's Carl. Hi, Carl.
I already examined the body at the crime scene. Nothing new comes to mind. I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Alright, now that you've seen Carl,
What are your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right. Now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay. Thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
All right. What about Maya?
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. What else?
All right.
Not right now.
Oh, you must have started thinking.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Interesting. Let's ask about Katrina, see if he just so happens to know anything.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
I keep saying Katrina. It's Katarina.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
I know there's a few more things to ask, but I feel like he might not be useful with any of those. Okay, so I just want to kind of start, like, trying things on people, so...
Maybe if it was Carl's finger. I have no reason to believe that Maya had access to the fingerprint scanner.
But I totally forgot there was a fingerprint scanner. Hold on. I mean, if that's the case, can I do this?
Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
Make a mold. Kind of complicated, but should work. Don't make a mold. Why am I going to such convoluted lengths for a corpse? Surely there's an easier way. Let's just try the mold. Oh, now what if I take
A
this?
clay mold of Carl's finger. I should be able to create a replica of his finger inside.
Yes, using a castable this type of substance.
All right, this should work. I'll go and add some water. Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's great. Okay, hold on. In that case, let's run ourselves back over to there, because I guess that was actually a... So there's a fingerprint scanner along with a keypad?
A molded replica?
Yes, thank you for telling me.
I need to figure out the code first.
Oh gosh, dang it. Alright, so now I have a code. Sven, talk to me,
Hey,
pal.
Sven?
Do you know about Katrina? What do you know about her?
Yeah?
Katrina.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sounds familiar. That could be someone who lives here, but I'm not sure.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Okay. So we could run around and just start talking to people about Katrina, see if anything useful comes out. But I'm just thinking about this. I really want to check out this information, and when I say the information, I mean Oops, not the scalpel. I mean this info. Like, so we're looking for a three-digit code. And there has to be something with what we have, because there's not really anywhere else to go except talk to people. So we either have missed something, or let's try and figure something out just with what we have.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
See, flipped is capitalized. Why?
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th.
Hello, I've unfortunately had to jump into a portion of the video. My capture software stopped working for a moment, and so there's going to be a very sudden cut at the end of the last thing I was saying and the start of a new idea. However, the long and short is that I started to get an idea that perhaps between a combination of the note, where it has flipped, capitalized, and is talking about the date that she immigrated, as well as the fact that we have information about when she immigrated, which is a date, which is a series of numbers, got me thinking. I might repeat that in the other clip, however, just wanted to let you know. Thank you, and enjoy really the last few minutes of this video. So, we have a series, I realize I'm talking over it right now, but we have a series of numbers. We have both 2, 5, 6, but we also have what would be the series of numbers of May 13th, 80.
Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordsund for 2 years.
So I think we just start trying out some numbers, right?
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 50.
Let's try the obvious. No good. Okay, so let's try 265. Let's try. Actually, you know what? Hold on, the note.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
So she's talking about. It must be talking about him being registered for a fingerprint for here. So if that's the case, then the assumption would be that it has something to do with when she came, as opposed to when she was born.
February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th, 80 AR.
So essentially we have 5, 13, 18, right? So let's first try combinations using 5, I guess. Oh. Whoa, would you look at that?
A molded replica.
And then if we do this, we got in. That is perfect.
Wow. How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
All right, well, nice job. So we got into the room, which is great. We found a ton of illegal stuff, which is somewhere between promotion worthy and potentially dangerous. But nonetheless, before searching through this room, unfortunately we are out of time. So thank you very much for joining me here at Point to Play Games, and I look forward to seeing you next time.